Okay, in module 3, I want to talk about what do law firms actually sell? You'd be amazed, and maybe you're asking the same thing, but so many people have no idea. They're like, oh, law firms sell stuff? What do they sell? So first, are you selling a case, a consultation, or a retainer? It could be a combination of all three of those, but what you're really selling is an outcome. You're selling the service that the law firm provides for that practice area. I know I said an example of this earlier on. Bankruptcy, someone's drowning in debt. What you're selling is a fresh start. Through the legal process, the firm is able to help remove and relieve that debt so that way a prospect can get a fresh start and move on to a brighter future. So you're selling an outcome. And that's what you need to remember through this process is you're not selling a case, you're not selling a retainer, you're not selling a consultation, you're selling an outcome that a prospect that's in a current hell is trying to remove that hell, and you're selling the heaven of what they're trying to get to. I know that sounds very sales-like, but genuinely speaking, like that is what you're selling. You're selling legal outcomes, right? Except you can't guarantee legal outcomes because nothing can be guaranteed with the court system, but that's what you're selling. For those of you that have ever sold in the service business before, you're a little bit selling an intangible service. And what I mean by this is because you're selling an outcome, a lot of you ask, how do you sell an intangible service? And here's the answer. Building an emotional connection with the prospect, walking through and letting them voice their hell and their pain point, letting them talk about what's bothering them, giving them a space to feel comfortable to be heard, letting them feel heard and seen. And then by connecting the dots of trust, relief, and expertise, now you're going through the logical steps. So here's what I always say. Prospects make emotional buying decisions and they justify with logic. So what should you demonstrate? Well, one, building an emotional connection with the prospect so that way a sense of trust is established with you. And then after that, you want to demonstrate a couple of things. Your firm is going to be able to provide a good outcome for them. You're going to be able to do it while clearly communicating with them so they never feel in the dark with their case, and that they're going to get a good experience working with your firm. If they feel confident that your firm has done that before and you can live up to that promise by providing them a good quality outcome at a reasonable investment, which all of our firms are priced at a reasonable investment, and they'll have a good experience, that's how you sell an intangible service. So let's walk through really quickly what the sales process actually looks like for a law firm. A lead comes in. There's all different marketing campaigns law firms do. Google LSA, Facebook ads, direct mail, radio, TV, podcast, website, SEO. They drive leads in. Those leads are then managed by an intake team or setters. Those setters go through, establish an initial relationship with that prospect and set them for you. That setter is also responsible for getting them to show up to their consultation with you. So now you've got a qualified consultation that's set for you. Your responsibility is to conduct all of your initial consultations and maximize the number of consultations you turn into paying clients. And then from there, you're scheduling an onboarding to hand off to the legal team. That's really the flow of the sales process for a law firm.